Hey guys, April just started, so why not talk about some Formula One games? It's Saturnology Formula One month! So for every single week of April, I'm going to be talking about a different Formula One game on each of the different Sega consoles, so let's get started.
World Grand Prix for the Sega Master System. Released in 1986 to little fanfare, this F1 racing game has you racing through 12 unique tracks filled with twists and unique background locales. Some would argue that this game takes some blatant inspiration from Namco's popular Pole Position, and they're probably right. I mean, hell, the first track is pretty much Fuji Speedway. While this game shows just how much Namco's seminal racing classic had an effect on the gaming industry at the time, Pole Position this is not. While Pole Position had the convenience of being an arcade game with a racing wheel, World Grand Prix is forced to make do with what you have, the Sega Master System's controller. This unfortunately leads to an unfair degree of difficulty to the game. You see, with the Master System's digital mushy D-pad, it makes steering the car a bit more twitchy than you would expect. The car handles with a lot of oversteer, which is fine on tight turns and corners, but most of the tracks are made up of long, less demanding turns, and when paired with a car with a lot of oversteer, it makes for a racing experience that makes the car more of a chore to drive. You're going to be exploding in a flamboyant fashion very often. Now you're probably thinking, David, this game pretty much looks like Hang-On, and you're totally right, the game looks a lot like Hang-On, down to its smooth frame rate. But in the grand scheme of things, what ultimately does World Grand Prix in is its play control. While the tracks of Hang-On seem to be built around how the bike handles, the same attention doesn't seem to be given to World Grand Prix. However, there are some other cool things that the game has going for it. Like I said with Hang-On, the frame rate here is smooth like butter, and the different backgrounds add a nice change of pace to your in-game racing career. Graphically, this game looks pretty nice. Another nice touch is being able to upgrade your car after a successful race, but I'm gonna be real with you, I was never able to get to that screen in game, but the instruction manual makes reference to it, so I guess that's pretty cool. Without a doubt, the coolest thing in this game is the track editor. The interface is incredibly simple and easy to understand, if really bare bones. You're given a varying degree of turns and corners to construct your death track, and that's really it. The game doesn't give you the ability to save your tracks or anything, which is a bummer, but a game like this really benefits from this feature, adding limitless replay value. All in theory, of course. The game's one glaring issue, its play control, is still something that really hinders the gameplay experience. Granted, it might be something that you'll get used to if you stick with it, but I'm too spoiled by Hang-On to really want to. World Grand Prix has quite a bit going for it, from its wide selection of tracks to the track creator, but I felt it difficult to really get into with its wonky handling. If you're interested, the game can be found pretty cheaply. I found my copy complete for $5. So I'd say it's worth the asking price, but if you're looking for a deep racing experience on the Master System, you could do far better than World Grand Prix.